Yep. I'll have to face everyone sooner or later. Right, Aunt Eva? Right. Come on, let's have a puzzle. We'll solve it in a flash.
I see. Then it seems I must make it a good one. Genji, you should give her one as well. A tough one.
As you wish. In that case, a tough one it shall be.
Whoa, I'd hoped that Genji-san would give me a simple puzzle, but now he's saying it'll be tough. Scary. But I'll beat both of them. I can't let myself get scared.
Then let us start with mine. I am a doctor, so how about an ambulance puzzle?
Uh-oh. When you're in Japan, the word emergency happens to sound the same as the number Q twice. And that's true. QQ. If you add an emergency to 000, question mark, you get an ambulance. If it's subtracted from 130, you'll get a police car. The difference between the two cars is half an emergency. But half an emergency is 99. So, how could you have half of that? What do you mean just 9? If you add an emergency to some kind of number, I don't understand the rest either. The 3 question marks, do they mean that it's three numbers? Or do they just use 3 question marks just because? And it doesn't actually give away that the number has I don't mean 3 numbers, but the number has 3 digits. I'm just confused why they would even... I'm not... The difference between the 2 cars is half an emergency completely throws me off. What do they even mean by half an emergency? Do they mean the half of 99? But that will be like 49.5? That can't be. So do they mean the half of 99 just 9? Because like... if you split 99 in half, you just get 9. Or if you do 9 plus 9, you would have 18. The half of that would also be 9. But if the difference between the 2 cars is half an emergency, doesn't that just mean that... What does that mean? So one is the ambulance. And the other... Yeah, I want to ask Eva anyway, but I'm just trying to grasp I'm trying to grasp what they even mean by the difference is half an hour. So you have the ambulance and a police car. The question marks is a number, but emergency is a word. You can't add a number to a word, right? That part sounds like some kind of word game. After all, QQ means emergency and Q means 9, yeah. If you write 2 9s together, it looks like 99, doesn't it? So if you add something to 99, you get an ambulance. Why does some number added to 99 get you an ambulance? Ah, I've got it. Ah, really? Hey, what is it? I'll give you a hint. You've got a big advantage here that most people around the world don't have. Then again, even people from other countries could narrow it down to 2 answers with a little math. Yeah, that actually just confused me even more. Do you have more hints? No? I don't know the numbers in Japan actually. "118." Okay, and for police? Oh no, wait. 119 to report an accident or crime to the police call center. 110. Okay, from the start again. 110 to report an accident or crime to the police. 119 to report a fire or ask for an ambulance. So that's definitely the difference between the cars is indeed 9. Police would be 110 and the ambulance would be 119. In Japan, I just looked up Japan number for ambulance and police. "20. Emergency sounds like cute. If you add 20 to that, you get 119. That's the emergency number for ambulances. And if you subtract 20 from 130, you get 110. That's the emergency number for calling the police."
Splendid, that is correct. Yes, I knew you were a quick thinker, Angie-san. Oh, well done, Angie. What a wise granddaughter I have. Congratulations, this medal belongs to you.
So I looked up the numbers. I don't know if you would count that as cheating, but I mean, I don't think I would, because you can't really call a puzzle fair if you don't know the cultural things you need to know that it is based upon. So I think looking up the numbers should have been fair. But what was that about the difference between the two being half an emergency? That's probably because what I thought if you cut 99 in half. Yeah, we didn't really need that part. If you use that hint, you could make a pretty good guess at the answer even if you forgot what the emergency numbers were. Oh, I see. Huh? At any rate, the gold medal glittering in Angel's hand is now mine. Okay, now I'll defeat Genji too and get another one. Let's solve more and more.
Your turn, Genji-san.
My friend here doesn't speak much, but his knowledge is quite extensive. Even I cannot wait to see what sort of puzzle he whips up. Now then, Angie-sama, prepare yourself. The puzzle starts now.
I've never heard anyone say prepare yourself like that when giving a quiz. Is it like kakugo shiro? Oh, kakugo. Oh, sorry. I started to get so tense that my stomach began to hurt. It'll be okay. Hang in there. Aunt Eva gripped my hand firmly and my stomach ache got a little better. Isn't that nice?
Angie-sama, have you learned division?
Oh no. Yeah, I learned it in cram school. Incredible, a 6-year-old who knows division.
Then there should be no problems. Here it comes.
This is bad. I did learn division, but I'm not very good at it. Oh god. We have a lit candle 5 centimeters in length. Every hour. Oh no. No. Oh no. Every hour, half of that candle remaining length is burned away. Then when its length is 1 centimeter or less, the flame will disappear. 3 hours later, the flame has disappeared, but what was the length of the candle at that time? Oh, hold on. So we just have to divide it by 2 a few times? So, I mean, at the start it's 5 centimeters. So after 1 hour it would be 2.5 centimeters. After the second hour it would be 1.25 centimeters. And then it would be 0.5 5 plus half of 0.25. So something about 6 millimeters, I would say as well. Let's still ask Eva, just because it's cool to hear that bit of extra dialogue. Half of the remaining length burns away each hour, right? After the first hour, it's burned down by half of 5 centimeters. During the next hour, it burns down half of that remaining length. And during the third hour, it burns down half of that remaining length. I can't really do it without a calculator. Do you know the answer, Eva? Oh, I've got it. This is a pretty mean puzzle. Why is it mean? This has nothing to do with division. Read through the puzzle again carefully. What was it again? Oh. When its length is 1 centimeter or less. Should be E then. The 3 hours later don't really mean anything when it actually tells us that the flame will disappear at the length of 1 centimeter or less. Then it can only be... No, wait. Does it mean... What was the length of the candle at the time it had disappeared? Or what was the length of the candle at the time 3 hours later? I feel like it's just a trick question. Because if we just ask what was the length of the candle at the time that the flame had disappeared, and the text says when length is 1 centimeter or less, the flame will disappear, then it will automatically be E. And the whole division doesn't even matter. That would fit to what Eva said. Can we actually... Do we get it in Japanese now? We do. Yeah, I think it's gotta be... I will say E. And then I have to switch back to English. After 1 hour, this 5 centimeters becomes 2.5 centimeters, and in the next hour that becomes 1.25 centimeters, and in the next hour that becomes 0.625 centimeters. Angie-chan, you don't need to use math. Make sure you remember the problem clearly. How long is the candle when it burns out? Ah, that was a close one. The candle goes out when it's 1 centimeter long, so the rest doesn't matter. Whew, glad I caught that. The flame on this candle dies when the candle is 1 centimeter in length. In other words, it can never get shorter than 1 centimeter. So the right answer is the fifth choice, about 10 millimeter. I think the Japanese was a bit clearer though here that it meant the time when the flame goes out with a konotoki. That's right.
You are correct. Oh, splendidly done, Angie. How clever of you not to be misled.
I didn't even need division. I almost got tricked. You were pretty mean there, Genji-san. You even asked her if she could do division. That was a trap, right?
Correct. My humble apologies. After all, Genji-san is the sort who can trick you without changing his expression in the slightest.
Yeah, you know, I would never want Genji as an opponent in poker.
Congratulations, Angie-sama. This medal is proof that you have correctly solved my puzzle.
Thanks. I got another medal, Aunt Eva. Nice going. I'll get lots more. I'll get a ton, and then Grandfather will give me a great prize.
Indeed. Give it all you've got, my granddaughter. Good luck, Angie-san. I'm rooting for you.
There must be others waiting for you. Perhaps you ought to search for the next challenge.
Okay, thank you. I'll try even harder now. We dashed away. There's still many people waiting to give me puzzles. I have tons of chances to get medals. Okay, who should I challenge next? You know, I said it before, but this was the last thing I expected to do in Umineko today. And I'm not even complaining. After Angie and Eva left, Bettler, who had been watching their progress, came over. How was Angie doing?
Oh, Bettler. I am not certain, but she does seem to be enjoying herself.
I heard your puzzle, Genji-san. Even I was almost taken in back there.
You honor me.
Still, it's not quite what I would have expected. Who would have thought that you'd give a trick question like that? I figured you'd make a straightforward, simple puzzle.
You might expect such a thing from him, silent as he is, but he is much more of a schemer than he appears.
Very true. If you play a chess match against him, you'll see that right away. Oh, that was probably Nanjo.
He even fools me from time to time. He'll trick me right in my face with that stern, serious expression of his. He has always been like that. And yet, despite the numerous occasions on which he has fooled me in the past, I keep on getting tricked.
Come to think of it, what sort of relationship do you and Genji-san have? For just an instant, Kinzo glanced at Genji's face. Apparently he didn't plan on touching on this subject if Genji had any objections. However, Genji spoke as though there was no point hiding it any longer.
I knew the master one once in Taiwan.
Knew me, he says. We were partners in crime, you might say. The two of us were both prodigal sons of rich families, a pair of ruffians who caused their parents nothing but trouble.
Genji-san, a prodigal son? That's a surprise. What is he, like Byakuya Togami? So Genji-san also moved to Taiwan where he met grandfather?
No, I am a native of Taiwan.
Genji-san was born in Taiwan. Well, since Taiwan was under Japanese rule before the war, he's still Japanese, of course. He was a man who hated losing. When we first met, we fought all the time. Once we hit it off, we became the best of friends. There was a lot of disorder and conflict after the war.
After the war, the master is the one who saved me during that chaotic period. If I spent the rest of my life trying to repay that debt, it would not be enough to pay it back in full.
It's funny how he was apparently the son of a rich family but ended up a butler. Not that I mean that in a condescending way or anything, just somehow ironic.
Don't say that, my friend. If only I had been a little more persuasive, I might have been able to bring your family back with us as well. Because I was so inadequate, I was unable to save anyone but you.
I don't know much about the details of Taiwan's history, but apparently there was still a lot of chaos there even after the war ended and Japan pulled out. Kinzo, predicting this chaos before it happened, worked out a way for Genji and his family to escape. However, Genji's family possessed great wealth in Taiwan. They were unable to abandon it, and they decided to remain there. This wealth had been built up thanks to their close relationship with the Japanese-run government of Taiwan. The new regime after the war wasn't likely to welcome them with open arms. Much mayhem and confusion followed, and Genji was the only one who escaped harm. I don't know what happened to make this man, whom Kinzo just called a troublesome prodigal son, changed so drastically to become the person he is today. It was a story of friendship between the two of them, and there could be hardly any point in an unrelated person sifting through history books to interpret it however they pleased. They had been good friends since long ago, and they owed each other their lives. Though the troubled times tossed them about, their friendship held firm for decades. Genji's role is now that of the butler, but when they're alone in the study, they sometimes share a drink and think back on the days of their youth, and they're still that way today. Leaving Kinzo and Genji to reminisce, Bettler walked off on his own. It would be rude to ask for any more detail, and he didn't need to know. Kinzo and Genji had been friends since long, long ago. That was something he already knew. Okay, it's almost 11, but I guess we can do one more puzzle. What do you think? Do you want to challenge Aunt Natsuhi and Uncle Klaus next? Yeah, let's beat them.
Very well, we'll play along.
The two of us have prepared some formidable puzzles for you.
Should I go first, or you?
I will start.
Very well.
Listen closely to what I'm about to say. White, black, white, black, white.
Mm-hmm.
Black, white, black, white, black, white.
Huh? White, black, huh? I'll say it once more. White, black, white, black, 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 white, black, white. What does the question mark stand for? I'll immediately switch to Japanese for this. You need to know Japanese for this? Yes, asking that is already kind of asking for a spoiler. Would you read this Shirokuro or Hakoku? White, black, white, black, white. But I mean, the fact that it directly translates from Japanese to English probably means that it's nothing but a pronunciation, unless it happens to work with both languages. It looks like the white and black are alternating, but the question marks is between a white and a black. Is it gray? Is it that easy? This is a surprisingly hard one coming from you, Natsuhine-san. Aunt Eva was groaning. Apparently this one's really tough. Is it really so hard?
There's a chance that some people won't understand if they haven't had the right experiences.
Eva-san aside, I think Angie-chan would have seen it a lot at school and kindergarten. I don't have a clue. It's not chess, is it? It is a problem that I could get easier than Aunt Eva. It's hard. I think it's red. No. Doesn't fit after all. The hint for this one is probably what Natsuhine-san said about something you might see in a school or kindergarten. I was wondering if it has to do with a clock or a calendar. I mean, Sunday is red on calendars. But it's not like the rest of the days alternate between white and black, is it? They usually always have white background with black numbers on it. And I don't think a calendar is really put up in a kindergarten. See, even Angie-san says she's stuck. Give her at least a little hint. I see. Then a hint. There may be different colors, but you get a beautiful sound no matter which you push. Oh. You mean a piano? Black and white things that make a sound when you push them. I mean, I have white, black, black, white, white, black, white, black, white, black, black. Yeah. Then it's gotta be white. You know, I should have thought of that. If you look at that. However, so the thing is that they mentioned kindergarten made me never think of musical instruments at all, because at least my experience with kindergarten was that you don't use musical instruments there, and especially not a piano. Piano at school, okay. I did visit a kindergarten in Japan, though, and there was a piano. Maybe that's a difference there. Yeah, but a xylophone is not like black-white, right? Still. So, this is C, then this would be cis, D, this, E, and this would be F. Well, a white key is C, then you have a black key, then you have D, then you have a black key, then you have E, then you have another white key because this is where F comes. This is the Fis, and then you have G, Gis, A. This is what we call B, and then white. Well, it's the pattern of a piano. So, white. It's a keyboard, okay. As they say, keyboard. I mean, the piano context probably comes from... She said that it's something you see at kindergarten and school a lot. The kindergarten thing threw me off because I don't remember seeing pianos in kindergarten, but I do remember having seen a piano in a Japanese kindergarten, now that I think about it. Of course, there's pianos at school. Like, she mentions the colors, and then she says there's a chance that some people won't understand if they hadn't had the right experiences. I think Angie-chan would have seen it a lot at school and kindergarten. So if Angie-chan has ever seen a keyboard or a piano at kindergarten, she would have seen this pattern there of the keys being white, black, white, black, white, white, black, white, black, white, black, white. That black and white thing is a keyboard, like a piano. Ah, is that it? It's a keyboard. Something that can be found in kindergartens and schools, which is covered with a line of white and black things. It's an instrument. Like a keyboard on a piano or a melodica. The first two black keys are between do, re, and mi. The set of three black keys are between fa, sol, la, and ti. Oh, now we're gonna do the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do thing. It started with black, white, black, white, black, so the three white ones are do, re, and mi. There's no black key between mi and fa, so fa comes right after mi. This is very Japanese now to do the whole do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do thing. And since the question mark comes after mi, the right answer is fa. In other words, the right answer is white. Correct. I thought it might have been a bit too hard, but you did well.
Splendidly done, you two. Go ahead, Natsuri.
Congratulations, Andy-chan. Here's my medal for you. You mean so you have a symmetrical pattern. I mean, I think that wouldn't be a wrong answer in itself, because it definitely would create a pattern. It probably would just not together with what she said before. That's yeah. I was also thinking of trying to find some symmetry in there before at first, but because she said it's got to be something at school or kindergarten, that's why I started thinking about what could be in school or kindergarten, and then I started thinking of things hanging on the walls of kindergartens and school maybe, and I thought of clocks, because clocks have white background and black. Like if the pointer of a clock moves, it always moves over white, then black, then white, then black. If you have like white background and black lines for every second, then it kind of always jumps from one black shortly to white into the next black. So I kind of thought about clocks at first, but that didn't fit the pattern at all. Then I thought about calendars, where we sometimes have the Sunday marked as red, but that didn't really fit the pattern either, because it didn't say black on white, black on white, black on white, and so on, and then red on white. That would have kind of fit a calendar where you have a white background and the days, M in black, D like Monday in black, Tuesday in black, and so on a white background, but Sunday in red on a white background. But so that didn't fit either. But yeah, I didn't really think of any kind of instruments, because my experience with kindergarten was that we didn't have any instruments there. Because of the calendar, because some calendars have Sunday as in a red color. But yeah, as I said, that would only have worked if you have first had 6 times black on white. So you would have like the white background and the name of the day in black, but on the 7th you have red instead. But yeah, it just kind of came into my head at first, but then I noticed that it doesn't really fit at all. But that's where the red came from at first. And yeah, as I said, the whole thing that kind of threw me off at first was the whole kindergarten mentioning, because I don't know kindergartens with pianos, not even with keyboards, although I guess that probably does exist here as well. They should have just said school and not kindergarten as well, perhaps. Anyway, I think it's already past 11, but I'm having fun trying puzzles now. I want to do one more and then we can call it a day. Alright, Aunt Eva, I got another one. Things are moving along nicely. Next up is Nissan's puzzle, because it fits if we do both of them now, then we have another pair done. Let's solve it in a flash and teach him a lesson, okay? And watch, now it's going to be the hardest thing ever, and I'm going to totally regret that I tried it today.
How interesting. Looks like it's time you were taught a lesson.
Stop it, Aunt Eva, don't make him mad. You make the puzzle harder.
If there's anyone you have to blame, it's Eva. Now take this brain twister. Here's a puzzle about the tenants of a skyscraper I've invested in.
Oh dear. Once upon a time, there was a 7-story skyscraper. The following companies were located on the following floors. Okamura Securities was located on the 7th floor. Iwamura Realty Co. was located on the 6th floor. Tamura Transport Co. was located on the 5th floor. Murakoshi Publishing Co. was located on the hell would I know? Publishing. Trying to find a pattern in the letters or something, but I don't really see anything. Yeah, I think I'll save here and we can jump into that tomorrow. That's harder than I thought it would be.